Hi there, Gemini! How are you guys doing? I really hope that this video finds you well. Welcome to your weekly reading. Back with me again, Anisa from the Inner Stereo. For those of you already to my channel, hello! And for those of you haven't in a long time, welcome back. So we're going to be doing a pick card reading by the end of the session. Is going to be how do they feel about you. And don't forget to check your Venus sign, because for me personally, I realize with my readings and all general readings out there on YouTube that I tend to resonate a lot more with my Venus sign rather than my sun sign, moon sign, or rising sign, or what have you. So you might want to check that one out too. And this is a general reading, so the roles might get reversed, all right? So the ones that I just showed you earlier, this one is your overall energy for this week. While I was meditating for you guys, I feel that, you're going to be kind of like feeling a little bit pressured or obligated to help a friend or a colleague or a teammate or whatever. But it's not like they're pressuring you to do it, because, I have like a lot of Geminis in my life. My mother is a Gemini, my aunt is a Gemini, I have a lot of them in my life. And I also realized that every time, you guys deal or you guys see your loved ones in trouble, you feel kind of like obligated to help, even though they're not asking for your help. You know what I mean? So this week, I feel that you're going to be feeling like you're obligated to help somebody, which is a good thing, because if you do help somebody, it's going to kind of like accumulate you into a good karma, so that you're going to get that emotional stability that you're looking for. Because I feel that even from the past, you guys were kind of like focusing a lot on your self-love. You were just wanting to love yourself, having a more solid relationship with yourself, and freeing yourself from your shadow side, from that self-limiting thoughts that you had. So, which is a good thing, all right? However, in a relationship sector, I feel that you guys are kind of like staying patient. So you trying to stay composed and trying not to act very, very impulsively, or trying not to make a very, very harsh decisions when it comes to your relationship sector. However, you're not letting anybody in. Even if you guys are in a relationship right now, you're just not letting anybody in. You're just not kind of like quite not interested in that. The beautiful thing is that you have the Eight of Swords in reverse. So you have managed to free yourself from a period of mental entrapment. But careful that this will develop you into becoming a fearful avoidant, of really believing that everybody is a bad person. Because yeah, bad people are everywhere, but good people are everywhere too. So don't let this be making you into a fearful avoidant, all right? So what is the overall challenge that you have here is you have the Eight of Pentacles, and then you also have the Ten of Pentacles. So there is an unequal give and take in here. There is a lack of consistency and persistency going on in this relationship that kind of like makes you unable to see the tangible future that is coming in the future. There is that lack of like, you know what I mean? Like that makes you feel secure, that makes you believe in this relationship. Their energy is amazing for you guys though, even in the past. Because I don't know, I think you guys just like the way they look, or the way that they carry themselves, or the confidence that they kind of like that exudes out of themselves. It makes you feel good. When things were great, it makes you feel extremely, extremely good. However, when things starting to, when you guys starting to see that, there's like a little bit of an unequal give and take going on in this relationship, you're starting to be like, wait a minute, that anxiety creeps up. Is this person serious with me or not? Why is this person hot and cold? I'm not really sure. From my sun point of view, from which is my ego point of view, or from my justification point of view, this person feels good. But then if I were to dig deeper, because you guys are ruled by Mercury, right? You do have a tendency to dig deeper and to look into details. But when I look into details, the details doesn't add up towards my expectations. Magkatumasas, karang. That means 5 cards in and now. Three Wands, they're really trying to build something from you. Eight of Cups. I feel that for the majority of you, you must be dealing with two people though, because the energy is just so conflicting. If you guys are dealing with two people, that's going to be on the second session of the reading, right? We're starting off with one person scenarios. Okay, so this person is going to come at you, but again, the energy is going to be as it is usual. So they come in and they get out. So it's like, come here, go away. Come here, go away. It's like you guys never really meet on the same level. The only time that you guys met on the same level was in the beginning when the attraction was really amazing. But now it's just like this person is trying to build something from you and you guys are like, well, you know what? Like, I'm not really sure right now again because you kind of like giving me some mixed signals now. And then when you start to kind of like cherish, you know, the effort that they're putting in, it seems like they're walking away. From their point of view, I would say, you know, because they have the Eight of Cups in here, okay? So this person actually does takes you a bit seriously, but we'll have to see with the Big card reading how they feel about you, you know, to be certain of that. But for the majority of you, I guess this person really does want to build something from you. But one of the reasons why they choose to, you know, walk away emotionally is because they feel that you might be treating them more as a friend rather than as a lover. They feel that you guys are not really prioritizing them. So they're going to come into you, yeah. They will. A great offer, a great effort and everything like that. But I mean, if you truly want to be with this person, don't give up the vibe as if like you're treating this as a friend. You know what I mean? Even if you guys are in a relationship, this person just wants you to, you know what? Let's just clarify that. There you see, Gemini. Yeah, they kind of like wanted to give it another try. They kind of like wanted to give it another try. They're making their first move to give another try. However, it's like when they come to you, it's like, you know what, this is the last time I'm going to be doing this to Gemini. One sign of rejection or one sign of them being disinterested in me or one sign of them, you know, disrespecting me, I'm going to pull back forever. Because I feel that you guys are, the way that you're going to react to it or the way that you guys are going to respond to it is a bit late. So in the beginning, you guys are going to be a little bit apprehensive, and then after that, you starting to get excited about it. But by the time that comes, you know, by the time, you know, that excitement comes, this person is already kind of like, because they feel that you guys are not really interested to either patch things up or not really interested in them, something like that. Let's see what happens in the future with most of the time. I feel like you might be dealing with a mutable like yourself, you know, because this is a typical mutable reading. Like every time I read for mutable signs like Gemini, Sagittarius, Pisces, Virgo, it's always a very, very conflicting type of energy. I feel ya. I feel that you guys are just trying to set some boundaries, right? Because this is your main goal. Your main goal is the Ten of Cups. You want a relationship that is collectively happy. So it's not just a relationship that is built based on their happiness and what pleases them, but it also includes you. So you also wants to be heard. You also wants to be loved. You also wants to be appreciated. So that's what you want. And I feel that this cautiousness that you're having, this reservations that you guys are having, is just you trying to set those boundaries. The game of like cat and mouse, and here's the thing, because you never really draw your boundaries in the past, right? Especially if this is like a long-term relationship that you've had. You've never really established your boundaries in the past. So now that you're starting to put your foot down and draw your boundaries, this person is shocked. Because in the beginning, you seem like a person who had no boundaries. They could just do whatever they want to you and you'd be okay with that. And now, when the time comes when you guys are setting boundaries, of course, this person is also going to test your boundaries. So it's still going to be the same energy. However, it's going to be a bit different because in the now, they're kind of like testing the water. Okay, if Gemini is doing like this, I'm going to back away. But I feel that they're going to change their mind in the future and they're going to give it like another try in the future. And then seeing that you guys are testing your boundaries, you're drawing your boundaries, you kind of like want them to behave or act in a certain type of way. They're also going to be like that with the Queen of Swords. So it's like, nope, I'm not going to do that. And you guys are also going to be doing that. I'm not going to say it's a stalemate. It's just that they're just going to try to test your boundaries. It's a common thing, you know what I mean? Especially in a dynamic of relationship, in any type of relationship, whether it be romantic relationship or it be a parent or child relationship where the child will always test the parent's boundaries. So you want to be heard and you are making sure that you're heard this time. And I feel that you guys have already devoured yourself with like a lot of books, a lot of self-development things, probably had some coaching or whatever that made you had a healthier view on relationship. That's why you guys are really trying to build some boundaries here. Let us see. They just can't leave you alone. Like, I don't know how many times have they tell themselves that, you know what, like I'm just going to be leaving Gemini be. I'm not going to care. And everything like that, but they just can't help it. They're still observing you heavily. Oh, they're observing you heavily. It's like every time they try to walk away or not really given that equal give and take anymore, they're trying to pull out. They then test, how do you react upon that? Will you chase after them? Do you freak out? Will you post some cryptic message on your social media that is stating that you guys are, having the worst day of your life because this person left you and everything like that? They're really observing your reactions, and I feel that your reactions is fine. And you're not faking it. You're not really faking it. You're done with this type of game. You're done extending yourself that much. You want to create some boundaries, and this person is like, in Indonesia we call it like gemeses, like, why that this person not doing what I want them to do? That type of energy. We'll see the pick a card reading, all right, before you make any type of decisions. But I'm kind of like sensing that, that's the reason why they're really observing you and stalking you a lot, because they want to see how you react with them pulling out. They want to see you like either begging or approaching them, or like be sad, be miserable and everything like that. But I feel that you guys are just doing fine. All right, so I'm going to be putting a timestamp right over here to when the pick card reading starts. And if you guys are only doing one person, your reading ends now. We're going to be moving on to the two people scenarios. So if you guys are dealing with two people, person B is somebody who have had their claw on you, and you're kind of like quite trapped in their trap for quite some times. You know what I mean? I don't know, something about them captivated you so much that you were in that devil grip. But then you're trying to release yourself from it because you know for sure that there is an unequal give and take going on in this relationship. So, what this person is doing, I'm going to say acting, because they still love you. They still care a lot about you. But they're kind of like acting as if like they're walking away emotionally just to see how you behave. You're doing fine. Remember when I said earlier where you guys are going to have that feel that you're obligated to help somebody that turns out going to make you feel so good about yourself. You're doing well socially too. What happens in the future is that they're pretty stubborn about not wanting to do anything, not wanting to apologize, not wanting to say sorry, not wanting to reach out. And you guys are also stubborn about this. Like, hell no. There is no chance in hell that I want to do anything about this person because they never give me what I deserve in the past. What makes them think that I'm going to be giving them what they don't deserve in the now. So that's person B. Person A, however, is kind of like what a good person. The only thing that I am a bit worried about here, Gemini, is that you guys have the Nine of Pentacles in reverse, meaning that you also need to take care about your financial responsibilities before you pour yourself 100% into your relationship sector. There might be like a little bit of unexpected expenses. But this person is going to try to work through the relationship between you and them. It's still on a trying out type of phase for them. You're still they're not putting you under evaluations. They're like, okay, you know what? Let's just give it a try with Gemini. And this person is then going to take that giant leap of faith into believing in you or having faith in you or having feelings for you. But I feel that with this person, you're going to be taking things very, very cautiously because you don't want to make the same mistake that you did with person B and with your other exes that you gave too much to. Good. Finally. I'm not mocking you guys, you know what I mean? I feel that Gemini, you guys are just too nice sometimes. So it's good that you finally stand for yourself and you guys are becoming extremely cautious and you're trying to create some boundaries. It's a good thing. I'm happy for that. All right. And I feel that in the future, I think that you guys are going to get the thing that you're looking for. And you know what? What's different this time? You want to know what's the difference this time, Gemini? Is because you're trying to set boundaries. So if this relationship is successful, yeah, you end up being with this person, don't forget your boundaries because you're getting this because you're having boundaries for yourself. So don't forget these boundaries that you have painstakingly trying to erect in the future because you're doing really, really great. All right. So I think that is it from my reading for you guys. Now let's move on to the pick card reading. So now I have 4 piles of cards with me now. This is pile number 1, 2, 3, and 4. Again, this is pile number 1, 2, 3, and 4. I want to give you guys 20 seconds of full silence so that you guys could concentrate. One pile of cards for one person. Don't choose multiple pile of cards for one person because you're going to end up getting confused. One pile of cards for one person. All right, let's go. Are you done? Let's go. So for those of you, wait, I need to remember the order so that I don't mess it up. So for those of you who chose pile number 1, 6 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles, Temperance card, and 10 of Cups. This is nice. This is nice, Gemini. Really nice. Like, what makes you so doubtful about this person? It could be quite intense in the beginning because it's going to give you like a little bit of a twin flame-ish type of vibe where, you know, it feels so familiar in the beginning and you just kind of like recognize each other. I'm not going to say it's a twin flame though, but it does have that twin flame-ish type of vibe where there's like a lot of synchronicities going on before you meet with this person. And there's like a lot of familiarity when you were interacting in the first time with this person. And it's like everything falls through seamlessly. But then, because it's the 6 of Cups too, it kind of like makes you reminds you of your own past issues too. So yeah, it's kind of like quite normal to feel heavily upon this, but I feel that this person recognizes you first before you recognize them. They see you first, they fall for you first. Depending, you know, about the gender, but if you guys are the feminine side of it, you guys are more direct. You're a much more confident person, whereas if you're the masculine one, it means that it's kind of like a little bit like of a shy cat, you know, like a little bit of a shyness there. But this person does feel it very, very deeply. Like their inner child is happy to meet you almost. You were their dream girl or boy when they were little. And then they're already planning to have serious relationship with you. Like that collective happiness, building a family. So they care about the collective happiness between you and them. They also care about the tangibility of their future. They know the type of work that is needed to be done in order for this relationship to work. They're very optimistic and positive about this relationship. They're trying to calm down their nerves because they get way too passionate and excited about this relationship. So they try to kind of like, you know what, like take it slow. We'll see what happens, like go with the flow. Even though deep down inside, they're just so excited to be with you. You know, when I'm in a relationship with you, they're just so excited, but they're trying to cool it off just a little bit. But this person recognizes you first before you even recognize them. Good one. Congratulations, pile number 1. So for those of you who chose pile number 2, oh, what a contrast. 4 of Cups, Queen of Swords, the Wheel of Fortune, Queen of Pentacles. This person has a lot of people who are attracted to them and who are throwing themselves at your person. And even if they don't, they kind of like have a belief inside of their head that they're such a hot catch. The thing is that you're dealing with somebody who is like a little bit insecure about themselves. Deep down inside, deep down in their brain, they know full well that you guys are out of their league. But they're not going to admit that. You're way out of their league. Kinda. In Indonesia, we call it ketiban bulan, meaning that you just got like crushed by a moon because it's just so, they were so lucky to have you, to have your attention. They recognize that. But are they willing to admit that? I don't think so, because they have the Queen of Swords there. I don't think they're going to be admitting it to you. I think the one thing that they're going to be pushing inside of your face is that how much of a hot catch they are. And you need to be grateful that they're giving you a little bit amount of their time. I don't really like this energy, Gemini, but if you truly want to be with this person, you know, the only way to get it is that to really acknowledge, or no, not acknowledge, but just to kind of like give them that false impression that, yeah, they're the hot catch and you're so lucky to have them, because that's the only way to go. And I don't really like that, you know what I mean? Do they want something serious with you? Well, if you beg them to, yeah, they will. If you act that they're such a hot catch and they're the ish, you know what I mean? Like they're the best at everything and you're so thankful to have them and everything like that. Yeah, they're going to be wanting to do something about it. But it's pretty cruel to be in this kind of relationship, Gemini, where you always need to lift somebody up. I've been in that before. It's not a good feeling. They will give you, because it will affect your self-esteem too, in a way that they will give you the impression that if I don't get attention from you, if you don't behave the way that I ask you to behave, I could actually get it somewhere else. I'm a hot catch, you know. There's like a lot of people who are lining up to be with me. Whether it's true or not, they believe in that, you know what I mean? It's exhausting. You might experience a triangulations, and triangulations is not always about third-party situations. Triangulations could also be about comparing people. It's like, oh, you can't do that? You know what? Like my ex used to do that. Or my mother could do that. That's a triangulations, comparing you with another person. You may think it's harmless, but it's going to affect your self-esteem. It's not really healthy. I'm not really liking it. I'm sorry. So, for those of you who chose pile number 3, 8 of Cups, 6 of Swords, 2 of Swords, the Emperor. They're needing some time away from you. They're needing some space here because they feel that you guys had hurt them. You see this 8 of Cups in this particular deck of mine is a bit different. You have a sobbing woman here walking away from those empty cups. So, they kind of like feel a little bit hurt and sad and disappointed, and they're trying to kind of like take some space away from you. I feel that they're going to act like nothing really happens and they got things under control here with the Emperor card, is because they're trying to numb their feelings down, because they were time in the past, I think they spent about 8 days where they were unable to regulate their sleep properly, because late at night whenever they go quiet, it was very stressful for them because they were really hurt. They might took some short hiatus somewhere, like short trip somewhere, just to kind of like numb their feelings down because they're really hurt. They might also ask around. They might go to a reader or psychic, or, you know, to a love consultant or to a love coach or anything like that about how do they see this relationship working on with you. But they really try to get it under control. But they're still going through a lot here. Slow process of recovery from you. What did you do? They seem to get really hurt. I don't know if it's just them playing the victim or else, but they're really hurt. If they're not careful, they might develop like GERD or a little bit issue with their cardiovascular because they just can't sleep. They're distracting themselves with either holidays or short trips or overstimulations with their phones, but they're trying to distract themselves a lot to numb their feelings down from you, to get things under control. So people around them would see them great, but only them know that deep down inside they're kind of like quite sad. So for those of you who chose pile number 4, you have a 5 of Pentacles, the 5 of Cups, Page of Swords, and also the 6 of Wands in reverse. It's a bit similar with the pile number 3 though, but like with this one, is different in a way that pile number 3, it's because they feel emotionally hurt, but pile number 4 is because they feel that you guys either abandoned them or you guys ignored them, or they feel that, oh wow, Gemini, I think so highly of our relationship, but then you're abandoning me or you're leaving me out in the cold. And it's taking toll on their self-esteem. So it's different than pile number 3. Pile number 3 is taking a toll on them emotionally, but this one is taking a toll on them, on their self-esteem. So the way that they view themselves, the way that they see themselves is not as good as usual. They're regretting some things too, but they're very, very scared of you. Even, they're scared of meeting you. They're scared of texting you. They're scared of meeting you face to face because they just don't know what to do. They're not prepared for it. And they just don't know how to act too. They're blaming this on you. They're blaming everything on you. How easy it is to blame people, right? I just never get people who blame other people. Because what you need to know is that it takes two to tango. Yeah, the other party might be an asshole or anything like that, but you chose to be in a relationship with that person. Am I right? So yeah, they're blaming everything on you. Everything is your fault, Gemini. And they're going around telling other people that way too. They probably are going to say like a lot of things behind your back, but every time they see you, it's like, shh. They're kind of scared. They're nervous to be around your presence as well because their self-esteem has been crushed. There's like a lot of fighting going on in the background, so their life is not really doing great in the now as well, but they don't really care because they're only focused on you. And they're also stalking you, by the way. They're stalking you so that they know, to know what you guys are up to. Are you feeling the same way as they're feeling right now? And everything like that. They're observing every little bit of your behavior and attitude. Yeah. Quite funny. Anyway, I think that is it for my reading for you, Gemini. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that you guys find tons and tons of clarity that you've been looking for, and I really do hope to see you next week for another weekly reading. Alright, bye guys, have a great day. I love you.